Stop saying finances are confusing. Stop saying I can't learn about this stuff, because finances come down to two things, right? So we hear this really high level concept. Okay, fancy words, it sounds sophisticated, all of this stuff. But at the bottom of this is very basic mathematics. Right? What we see at the top are the words. Okay, every word has a definition. So if I can define the definitions of the words being used, I can understand what's actually being said with the concept. Now, even the basic words represent mathematics. Okay, so mathematics basically add, subtract, multiply, divide. I can do all of that on a simple calculator. So it's not even about, you know, am I able to understand the words and the basic definitions? It's what are the mathematics represented by those basic definitions. Okay, now here's the thing with math. You can use this as a stable point for math for the rest of your life. Every single math equation is designed to solve a problem. So I've got big words, I've got basic definitions, I've got arithmetic, basic math. At the very bottom, I've got what problem is being solved here. Okay, why am I trying to solve that problem? What is the problem? Who does it solve it for? How does it solve it? And so when I hear a big complicated thing, I can just immediately go to the bottom. Okay, cool. Irrevocable living trust. Giant words, okay? But if I understand what problem that's trying to solve, I can get that concept faster. I can almost bypass the words. Okay, and that's how I think about finances. Now, let's use this as an example. Irrevocable living trust, really big definition. What's the basic definition behind that? Really big sentence and words. Irrevocable, it can't be taken away. Okay, if something is irrevocable, revoke to take away, it can't be done. I can't take that thing away. It's stuck the way it is. That's irrevocable. Okay, living trust. Okay, so a trust that I set up, a living trust. I'm alive when I set it up. And then a trust is a document. It's a private document that basically creates an entity that can own and be the beneficiary of my things. Okay, so an irrevocable living trust would be a document that I set up that can be the beneficiary and owner of my stuff. Okay, I set it up while I'm living. It's irrevocable, so whatever I've set up cannot be changed. See what I did there? So now I've got the basic definitions down. Now, what's the math behind it? Okay, so the math behind it is when I put something in an irrevocable trust, that can lower my estate taxes. Okay, estate taxes can be as high as 40, 50%. So there's the math, right? I'm saving 40, 50% by doing that. I can also avoid probate. Okay, probate can be 18-month delay. Probate means when I die, if I don't have a trust, my stuff goes through the court system. That takes 18 months on average and up to 15% of my value and assets in legal costs and fees, right? So if I have $1 million that goes through probate and I wanted my kids, my grandkids, my business, my charities to have it, they can't. For 18 months, they can't. It's on freeze. It's in the court system, right? And I'm going to pay $150, even though I'm dead, it's going to cost $150 in fees and costs between the state, court system, lawyers, all of this stuff. So there's the math, right? Now, what problem is that solving for me? By having an irrevocable living trust, if I avoid estate taxes, I save 40 to 50% in my asset value. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, I have this avoidance of probate. My beneficiaries, my heirs, they can get my assets sooner, the way I intended. And I save 15% in legal costs and fees. So there's the problem that's being solved. See how simple that was? So I want to get, like, my goal is for all of my clients to get to the point where you can take a high level concept vocabulary and then just go down to the bottom. Okay, what's the problem being solved? What's the math behind it? What are the basic words? How can I explain it to someone like a 5-year-old? And then it doesn't matter what it's called. Okay, all that shit's made up anyways. There's a bunch of lawyers, accountants, bankers that came up with fancy, complicated definitions so that we feel like we need them in our lives, because otherwise there's no reason we would pay them for their services if we could understand it all ourselves. Right? I'm not a lawyer, but I help people with legal services. I'm not an investment advisor, but my firm helps people with investing. I'm not a CPA, but I own a tax firm. Right? And the reason being is I understand the bottom. Okay, the top is for the nerds that went to school to learn what the words mean, right? I understand the bottom, what problem is being solved and what's the math. You can call it whatever you want to call it, as long as you know the bottom too. And that's all you need to know about learning about finances. Understand the problem being solved and the math behind how it's solved. And you could literally call it a Tootsie Roll if you want to. It doesn't matter.
Hey, thanks so much for watching my channel. My name is Jerry Fetta. I'm the owner, founder, and CEO of Wealth Dynamics. So if this channel helped you, if the content helped you, I would like to ask you to help me back by clicking the subscribe button. Comment, like the video, share it with someone that could benefit from the information. I also want to invite you to get a free copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom. If you go to jerryfetta.com/B2F promo, you can grab a free copy there. You can also just click the link down in the description. And I hope to see you back on the channel again soon.